6 years ago, I walked into CarMax and bought a used Range Rover with a long warranty. That warranty officially expired last Friday. It is hard for me to believe it. Anyway, since I'm not an annoying clickbaiter, I'm just going to give you the key details right now. I paid $3,899 for the warranty, and the total warranty payout after 6 years was $21,276. But there's more to this video than that, so let's get into it. First, a little background on the CarMax Range Rover. In December of 2012, I bought a 6-year-old Range Rover from the CarMax on Barrett Parkway in Marietta, Georgia. And I got a 6-year warranty, which CarMax was offering at the time. And I remember it seemed like an enormously long time back then. I remember reading the warranty paperwork and the expiration date, December 7, 2018, and I was like, that is so far in the future, I'm not even gonna be alive then. No, I didn't think that, but I was like, there's no way I'm gonna still own this car, I'm gonna still care about this warranty. But here we are. I paid $26,998 for the Range Rover, and I paid $3,899 for the warranty. And at the time, I was working in an office job, and I had no intent on the Range Rover ever becoming anything other than my commuter car to drive to work. But within a few months, I had quit my job, and I started writing for Jalopnik, and I posted an article about how CarMax was offering warranties on all of the used cars in their inventory, and it blew up. People were like, what? There's M5s and M6s and Range Rovers. And so then from basically that moment on, every time it broke, I posted a new update or made a new video, and it always blew up. People always wanted to hear more about this Range Rover. So this quickly became the world's most famous 2006 used Range Rover. Now in this video, I'm not going to go through each repair. I actually did that in my last video, which I called the final CarMax warranty update, but there was one more CarMax warranty payout since then. And instead, I just kind of want to talk about a few things. Number one, I'm going to cover the final repair and the final total, and give you some stats about how the warranty went down. I want to talk about what's next for the Range Rover and what's next for me, and my current thoughts on the CarMax warranty situation and whether I would get one again. So with that in mind, the final CarMax warranty repair was done at Land Rover Cape Cod in Massachusetts. And a couple things on the repair order. Check engine light, which turned out to be a faulty fuel cap seal, they replaced. The tire light was on, it turned out to be faulty tire pressure sensors. The turn signal lever stopped working, they replaced that. It was difficult to shift into gear, they replaced the shift lever. Also there were some noises, there was some suspension noise that turned out to be front control arms and rear knuckle bushings. And there was some really loud squeaking from the engine, which turned out to be the idler pulleys and belts. Now the total for this repair was $5,044.21. Of which CarMax covered $4,350.96. I don't remember exactly what they covered, but obviously the vast majority. And that brought the total warranty payout to $21,276 on a warranty that cost me $3,899 6 years ago last week. Now, a couple of warranty statistics for those of you who were wondering how this would end. The average warranty payout, so the average repair cost basically of an old Land Rover at the dealership, $1,418.40. Now, that's not the average repair, because sometimes a few things were grouped together, but the average individual payout each time I went into the dealer was $1,418.40. That's a lot of money, and that's why you want to have a warranty on a car like this. The most expensive payout was $5,937.47. We replaced the transfer case with that repair and a few other things. The cheapest was $179.74. That was one of the many times the horn failed, and we replaced the horn. Now, this is one thing that has come up over time with this. It's like, yeah, you're getting a good deal with all these warranty payouts, but you're spending all this time at the dealer. Isn't your time worth anything? And it turns out, over the 6 years that I owned the car, it had 15 warranty claims. So it wasn't actually that bad. There was an average of 146 days between warranty claims. So typically I went in twice a year on a warranty item. And this is the most important thing, it was rare that I would go in solely for a warranty repair. Usually, you know, something would break and I would just leave it until the next oil change or the next tire service, whatever it was. And so actually there were only 5 times that I went into the dealer just for a warranty claim and not with any maintenance or anything like that. So it wasn't really that excessive of a strain on my time. I will also say the car never once stranded me. There were 2 occasions where it was close. Once it broke down after I forded some puddles with some vigor, let's just say. And I did have to have it towed, but the shop was able to fix it that day, like that afternoon. I had knocked the radiator out of place. They just brought it back into place and it was fine. It was ready to go in a few hours. The other time the steering got excessively tight. I could barely drive it. And I did have to park it, but I had another car and it was usable, but it was a little dangerous. And I had to get it fixed the next day or something like that. But I never had to have it towed. It never really stranded me somewhere. It never caused that big of a headache in my life. So it was worth the warranty and it was worth dealing with it, especially because there were only 5 times that I actually went to the dealer just for warranty repairs. And so that brings us to sort of the future. And I want to start with the future for the Range Rover because everybody asks about this. You know, this thing paid out 21 grand in warranty claims in 6 years. You're not going to keep it, right? I've covered this in a few videos, but I want to make it crystal clear. The Range Rover is retiring to Nantucket Island. It's going to live there with my friend Mason, who runs the ROVERS of Nantucket Instagram. He is the perfect steward for it. And he's going to drive it around 48 weeks a year, and then I visit Nantucket. It's one of my favorite spots to vacation. I'm visiting, 3-4 weeks a year, and I will use it when I'm there. And in fact, I will be on Nantucket for New Year's in just 3 weeks. And so if you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I will post some pictures of the old CarMax Range Rover. I'll be using it reunited, except now reunited in a post-warranty world. Maybe more importantly, the question is what's next for CarMax warranties and for my future vehicles now that this one is retired to a life on the East Coast. So I'm going to start with CarMax warranties. During my ownership of the Range Rover, CarMax shortened their warranty period from 6 years to 5 years. So now when you go and get a warranty on a CarMax car, it's a 5-year warranty, not 6. And most importantly, they increased the price of the warranties, especially on high-end BMW M5s, M3s, M6s, AMG cars, Range Rovers. CarMax wised up, and warranties on those cars are now tremendously more expensive than they were 6 years ago when I bought this car and sort of exploited this. And I suspect that my videos and articles do have something to do with this increase in warranty price. And for those of you who are suffering as a result, I'm sorry. For instance, I recently checked out a 2014 BMW 760 V12 at CarMax, and the warranty was $9,000 for the same coverage that I had for my Range Rover. I spent $3,900 6 years ago. Obviously, I suspect most cars are cheaper than a V12, but the point is clear, these warranties have become more expensive. Now, I do think you would make back that $9,000, but if it takes you 4 of the 5 years to make back the money, then wouldn't you rather have just had the cash up front and invested it or used it for other things and just sort of spent it as you went instead of prepaying? At this point, spending that much money on a CarMax warranty, it's a lot of money, and I only recommend it if you can buy one that's reasonably expensive. But with that said, what's next for me? So I, as many of you know, replaced my Range Rover a year and a half ago with a 2012 E63 wagon, and I sort of only used the Range Rover sparingly. And I bought the E63 wagon from a Mercedes-Benz dealer as a certified pre-owned car. And what I've learned in the last 18 months with it is that Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned isn't really all that good. It has covered some stuff, but Mercedes CPO is only 1 year of additional warranty coverage. And so if you want more coverage, which of course you will, you have to pay. So I paid about $4 grand to extend it for an additional 2 years. So I paid $4,000 for 3 years of coverage on my E63 wagon, whereas I paid the same for 6 years of coverage on my Range Rover, which sucked, but I was like, oh, that's okay. The E63 wagon's a lot cooler. I'm gonna be happier with it. Fine. But the problem is, CPO has paid out for a couple things, but last week, my windshield wiper failed. Only one. The driver's side was wiping, the passenger side was not. And as it turned out, a bolt had stripped, and the wiper on the passenger side was the victim, and it wouldn't work anymore. And CPO didn't cover that, and it was like $300. Now, I'm happy to have a good Mercedes-Benz dealer, Mercedes of San Diego, and they just goodwilled it for me. It was only $300, but nonetheless, the CPO didn't cover it. And to me, that's a crucial item. I get that warranties don't cover tires or wearables like brakes, and I get that they don't cover trim pieces and glass, but a wiper, I only need a car to have about 11 things. A wiper's one of them. And so the fact that it didn't cover it, I was a little disappointing. CarMax would have. And so, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure that when my Mercedes warranty expires in a year and a half, I don't want to go the CPO route again and have a shorter warranty that costs the same. Even though that AMG wagon is so cool, I would love it if CarMax would get one, but they rarely do. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually end up in another CarMax car, and even another CarMax Range Rover. The first one worked out so well, maybe it's time to try it again. But that's sort of the general overview. That is the end of the CarMax Range Rover. It's almost impossible for me to believe, but it's over, and that is your final CarMax warranty Range Rover repair update. I can't believe it's been 6 years, but it's over.